I'm back to do some streaming. I'm trying to talk about start. I do again what I tried before, where I talk a bit about the topic in sustainability first, and then I will do a bit of gaming. I will start talking about sustainability issues in textile industry, and a bit about circular economy, how can be implemented in textile economy. And first, we look a bit of learn why it's important. Sustainability is important when it comes to what is the impact of cloth production, textile production, because it's pretty significant. We buy a lot of clothes, we throw them pretty easily, and there's a lot of waste. And if you look, this is some reporting from European Union, so it should be pretty good information. And here we see in 2020, this is actually for each person. The textiles, the clothes we use consume 400 square meters of land. Damn, it's quite a lot. I think on this piece of land you can have grow enough food to eat in 1 year. And then it's used a lot of water. It's a lot of sources of textiles nowadays. It's a lot of synthetic. Wool is much less used, but cotton is also very used and very good textile material, but it's using a lot of water to grow. It's also using pesticides, and it's a lot of intensive farming for cotton. It's quite damaging for the environment. And then it's 200. I don't know exactly what it means, 270 kilograms of carbon footprint, but it's probably significant. And I assume that to make a single cotton shirt, 2,700 liters of fresh water are required. So as much water as someone drinks in 2.5 years. Wow, it's a lot. So it's important to so many industries that we need that are causing issues for the environment. A lot of greenhouse emissions. I guess they come from either farming cotton or sheep if you use wool. But I think wool is such a small portion of fashion that is of clothing industry nowadays is not that significant. But I guess it's also textile made from plastic that is based on oil industry. And only 1% of used clothes are recycled to new clothes. This is also interesting because I grew up in Romania, where for example, my grandmother used to tailor clothes. She also actually had wool from sheep. She was mostly using wool and sheep leather. But she was like my parents and grandparents were very good at repairing clothes. Myself, I cannot even fix a button for a t-shirt or if I need. I guess it's bad that we also as users of clothes, we are not able to repair clothes anymore. We just throw them away or they're actually, I saw even Copenhagen, some places they are actually in area with a lot of Arabic shops. There are some places where you can take your clothes and there are women who can repair them. But to be honest, I never did that, so it's been a long time since I repaired some clothes on my own. And we buy a lot of clothes. Sometimes even if it's clothes that doesn't fit, I'm, to be honest, sometimes too lazy to return. I keep it in wardrobe until I end up throwing away. And then it's also impressive how much from 2000 and to 2020, from almost double production in clothes. I guess this probably has also a lot to do with fast fashion industry and also the way we don't really recycle. It's pretty sad that despite having climate targets and talking about issues with different, for example, oil production, we talk about industry in oil, but oil production keeps going up. Same with plastic production. even though we are getting aware about issues with different industries, the production keeps going up, and it's becoming harder and harder to tackle the climate change. So yeah, you see, EU strategy as part is to make textiles more durable, repairable, reusable, and recyclable. So get much less production of raw material and then have longer using lifespan for each textile. So this is why one important way to tackle is to think about changing from linear production model and to circular. And here actually European Union also has some good materials explaining what circular economy is, and I guess we'll watch this video a bit, and then we'll see also some of this information over here.
Every European citizen consumes, on average, 14 tons of raw materials per year and produces every year materials
So
per
I
year.
guess I'm curious,
Tons of raw materials
it doesn't really show where clothing will be, mostly
per
lumber
year and produces every year 5 tons of waste. And yet
each person.
this waste, these products and these materials could be reused, repaired or recycled. This is the principle of the circular economy, a concept promoted by the European Parliament. The aim is to move away from the linear model that's been predominant since the Industrial Revolution. It's time to break with the take, make, use, dispose pattern of growth.
That's too much, unfortunately.
In its place, we're to have a circular economy, where the life cycle of products is extended to reduce the use of raw materials and the production of waste. Raw materials, design, production or remanufacturing, distribution, consumption, use, reuse or repair, collection. Residual waste leaves the cycle. Recycling of what can be recycled, in order to reinsert these raw materials at the beginning of this new endless cycle.
Yeah, so it's unfortunately way too many products, including clothes, we just buy, use, produce, then raw materials, either oil for synthetic material or cotton, or either for natural materials, and then we throw them very easily. And then yeah, this is like the target, like we should rethink how economy works to make it turn from linear and circular. This applies to all electronics, even food, or also clothes. So for clothing, you extract materials to make clothes. You should also first of all be designed. It will be great if the design is made so the items can be disassembled easily in parts that can be reused. Can either think about repair first. Yeah, this is also kind of, I think, a big issue nowadays. If something gets damaged to a piece of jeans or clothes, we just throw them away. I myself try a bit like this now. I go farming, or I do farm volunteer. After my clothes are no longer useful, I use them for farming for a long time, because it doesn't matter to look good, and I go and take care of chicken and do some tilling. So yeah, it's nice to think how can also reuse at home clothes that you no longer use, and then before throwing away. This is also one thing that some in clothing industry, some companies try to do this thing where clothes that are no longer used or that are returned, you can cut parts that are good and can be used to make new clothes. And this is interesting because I'm doing this as part of a challenge for a hackathon. I'm trying a concept to combine streaming for gaming or any other content with also explaining about sustainability issues and how people can, citizens can take action to help the environment. And actually, it's interesting because last year I encountered two startups that are involved in this. So one will be I did volunteer for work for the new startup group when this event. This company, Our Shift, is a small startup in Copenhagen. What they do is they started as a hackathon, and the target was to help a music festival in Denmark to become more sustainable. And what since the participants of this hackathon from the winning team, I don't know when they won, but a few years ago, they focused on tents. Tents are people buy tents for this festival to stay there for camping, and then they are thrown away. So they started by making clothes from tents that are left at the festival. You see this jacket, and yeah, they have. Seems like a lot of the clothes look like jackets, but they also have bags. It looks like, and all of these they look rough, but they are made from recycled materials. I think they look great, so maybe I should. I think that since it's made from tent material, maybe they are good for as rainproof. Maybe I should consider buy a jacket like this at some point. And this, I actually went to the headquarters of this startup last year, and it's really impressive how they work to. They also cooperate with other companies to think how to reuse materials from either clothes that were made for a promotion by a corporation, and those clothes are not sold, so this company is looking at using materials to make some new materials for the companies, and they try to cooperate with other to find other ways to reuse materials. And another startup, actually last year I won myself at a hackathon. I didn't win, but it was a hackathon, a Loop Circular Forum in Denmark. It's a festival about circular economy that happens every year. It's bringing a lot of companies, and I actually participated in a hackathon, signed up for this festival, and I had to work on an idea for this company where what they do, they take discarding jeans. I think they find these jeans mainly in industry when they make a lot of clothes that are not getting sold. Some of these jeans are used by this company to make shoes. So see the textile on these shoes is made from upcycled. It's called upcycling. And this woman Lily Trier, the founder, she came at the hackathon to present us the challenge, and she found the winner. We didn't win. We thought about on our team to make like a database. I worked as a software developer. I had more like a software mindset. I decided to make a database where companies could put materials that are available for reuse, and then other players can come and take those materials to use for making different items. I guess, it was an interesting idea, but I was a bit unfit for this startup. But it was interesting to work on, and yeah, this is why now I participate this Green Business Challenge as a kind of new hackathon that I'm part of. I'm trying a concept. It's kind of what I also did a lot of times last year and 2 years ago, where I did some streaming about gaming, but I also talk about topic in sustainability. And H&M surprisingly also has a program which helps to make implement circular economy in the textile industry. It actually started in 2013. It's interesting. It's been for a long time. I think I was interested in sustainability. I started to hear about circular economy maybe in 2021 or so. Now it's becoming very popular, and a lot of companies discuss as bit. You saw European Union government policies are considered for implementing circular economy, but it seems like H&M started in 2013, long before circular economy was discussed. So what you can do if you have clothes you don't want, you can just bring them to an H&M center, and you get a coupon. There's a discount for new clothes. And I have here a video where a woman shows how she used this program. So I guess it's interesting to look at it and see how it actually works. I never tried myself. I know I have a lot of clothes in my wardrobe that I probably no longer use, so maybe I should some point look through them and take them to an H&M store and get a discount.
how you can recycle your old clothes at H&M. हाय गाइस, तो अगर आप भी मेरी तरह H&M पे अपने ओल्ड क्लोथ्स को देके रिसाइकिल करना चाहते हो, सो द प्रोसेस इज़ क्वाइट सिंपल. जब आप काउंटर पे जाओगे वो आपको ये वाला बैग देंगे एंड आपको ये एक पूरा बैग उनका फिल करना है एंड एक बैग फिल करने पे आपको वो 15% का एक वाउचर प्रोवाइड करेंगे. तो अगर आप
Wow.
उनके ऐसे 2 बैग्स फिल कर देते हो तो वो आपको 15% के 2 वाउचर्स प्रोवाइड करेंगे एंड इसके बिना काफ़ी टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन है. वैसे तो ये 6
It looks like she doesn't speak English at all, but I guess it's pretty clear what you do. You take clothes and then you take to H&M. I'm not sure what language she's speaking. Sometimes feel like it's mixed English and I don't know what language is this. I guess Filipino. And then you get discount. It seems like based on the amount of clothes you return, you get one or more 15% discounts for your next purchase. So I guess it's a good initiative.
कंडीशन है. वैसे तो ये 6 months तक वैलिड. नो ऑल दैट चेक फॉर.
So yeah, and this is one interesting thing about this is you don't have to be clothes from H&M. You can have any clothes from any source. In the past, when I had clothes that I didn't need, I took them in Denmark. There's this kind of a bin for Red Cross, and I took those. I took some big bags of clothes to this Cross bins. I haven't seen any of those bins recently, so I don't even know where to take clothes right now. So maybe I took to the H&M next time. I wonder what will happen if you have clothes that are damaged. Because I imagine they can be still used for clothes, but who knows? Yeah, this is an interesting initiative. This is also kind of H&M presented this how to inspire citizens to take action to get involved in this program. And it fits with also my work as EU Climate Pact Ambassador and my interest in inspire citizens to take action. And there's another video I want to watch to show to react to. It's a Financial Times 4 years ago about how to implement circular economy for fashion. Maybe there's some new insights, some other useful insights for this. Wow, is this like all clothes that are discarded? I don't know.
Waste in fashion is
I don't know why sometimes just chooses low
on a
quality.
massive scale. It's an industry where less than 1% of recycled textiles are converted into new wearable materials. Even more ends up in landfills. But very gradually, that may be changing. I'm traveling to the Isle of Wight off the UK's southern coast to find out more.
We're on our way to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, which is a non-profit that focuses on the circular economy.
The foundation promotes a vision for a fashion economy in which nothing ends up as waste. I'm meeting Laura Baumund, a project manager.
Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome to the Ellen MacArthur Foundation. Every second, the equivalent of one rubbish truckload of clothing is landfill or incinerated globally. In a circular economy, instead of it operating in this one-way system, we, from the very outset, look at creating something that designs out the waste from the beginning. So in terms of business opportunity, there's a huge spectrum for companies to actually move towards a circular economy.
One company working towards a circular model is in nearby freshwater.
Hi. Welcome to Timo. I'm Martin.
Madison, nice to meet you.
Timo is an online platform built by the clothing company Rapa Nui. It allows brands to print and create their own sustainable garments. All of its products are made from organic cotton, and central to its business model is combating the inefficiency built into the fashion industry.
So one of the big problems with fashion, as well as the material wastage, is actually overproduction to start with. We only actually make what people need when they need it, which means making products in the seconds after they're ordered.
In 2018, T-Mill shipped 1 million shirts. The company estimates that using sustainable materials adds about 25% to costs, but says it offsets that by maximizing efficiencies in other places.
It costs more money, so what we need to do is find savings.
T-Mill minimizes waste and streamlines production using its own creative engineering.
The whole factory is powered by renewable energy. Everything that we make is designed from the start to come back to us when it's worn out.
So every team mail t-shirt has this barcode on the care label, which when you're done with your t-shirt, you can scan it and it'll generate a postage label and allows you to send the shirt back for free, and then Team will give customers a discount on their next order in order to incentivize people to recycle instead of throw their clothes in the trash.
This looks like very similar to in Denmark. We have this system for bottles, all bottles and cans for beer or soda or any have a code also. So if you buy a drink from supermarket or any place, you also pay for a fee for the bottle and you get the money back when you return the bottle. You can either choose to return yourself, or if you throw on the ground, someone will pick them to sell, to return them to shops. So I wonder if there shouldn't be also some legislation made for all clothes to have this kind of system. It is nice to see a startup that is trying to implement this idea in clothing, so maybe it will slowly become mainstream and also be implemented as legislation, which I think is essential to improve, to have more recyclability in the fashion industry.
There are, of course, a variety of approaches being used to move closer to a circular economy. In central London, I'm meeting with Cindy Rhodes of Worn Again Technologies, which focuses on recycling textiles at the molecular level.
So we've developed a process that can take polyester and cotton, dissolve it in a vat, separate both the polyester and cotton.
Blended fabrics tend to be harder to recycle.
This here is a polyester pellet, which is the building block that then gets melted down, extruded into fiber, yarn, and textiles. Then what we're able to do with the leftover cotton is dissolve that, separate out all the dyes, which then gets separated and spun back into a fiber.
Worn Again plans to license its technology to other businesses, crucially at an affordable price.
It was really important that the process itself is low cost, that we're not creating a premium product that the industry has to pay more for and that consumers ultimately have to pay more for.
In nearby Islington, Jonathan Mitchell, founder of Brothers We Stand, is tackling the challenge from a different angle.
BrothersWeStand.com is basically an online retailer where you can shop menswear that's made more sustainably, often made from recycled materials, but crucially also made to last.
The company makes a small amount of clothing itself and vets all of its suppliers.
We have a 6-point standard, and every product on our site must meet that standard, and it includes points like design to please, made to last, and also standout social and environmental impact.
Brothers We Stand says production costs using sustainable materials are around 1.5 times higher for basic t-shirts, and customers do pay a premium. But despite that, sales have grown by more than 50% each of the last 2 years, albeit from a small base.
More and more people are wanting to consume clothes and also other things more sustainably, and I want to provide a solution to these people.
A recent study by McKinsey found that 78% of sourcing managers said that by 2025, sustainability would be a significant factor for consumers purchasing mass-market apparel. It will not be quick or easy, but as we saw in the Isle of Wight, companies are already beginning to build circular models on a large scale, a sign of things to come.
Yeah, it's interesting. They show basically three small companies that are trying different solutions that to have more recyclable clothing, and it's interesting. It's nice because these are developing solutions that can be implemented also by large companies, so they can sell these solutions to larger clothing manufacturers. And just like I also showed you in Denmark, there are these two startups that are having different approaches to have a circular economy in textile industry. And it's also nice to have this cooperation between small startups that develop innovative ideas and also get large players like H&M to implement some of these solutions. And because if it's only 1% of the materials used in clothing, you saw this number in many places. It's really small amount, so you have to make so much produce much more cotton or polyester, or I don't know, is it how it's called, the plastic material. Yeah, and if it's just thrown away, it's creating issue on landfill. It's creating CO2 emissions when it's produced, and use of water and resources. And then if have more ways to recycle and have yeah, it will be a big impact. Yeah, so it's interesting. Yeah, hopefully you get more of these innovative ideas created by startups, have large companies to adopt them, but then also have legislations pushed by EU and other governmental bodies to enforce, to help these transitions happen faster. Yeah, so this is my interesting look on circular economy in fashion industry, and see how different companies try to find solutions. And yeah, again, it's impressive. H&M started doing this in 2013. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a small break, and then I'll play a bit of Path of Exile. I'll do the trial. I have the second trial to do now for second ascendancy. Yeah, I'm back to do a second trial, and hopefully it'll go well. I know boss fight will be easy, but I hope I don't get some surprises along the way. Let's see. I did yesterday I have to do this mud, land, waterways next. I have this large soul core, but yeah, let's do the trial first. My sound's still on. I don't know exactly what got it to interrupt yesterday. It's also good to pay attention to it, figure out what happens. Okay, let's find the trial master.
A loyal but unwitting servant seeks answers.
When I play on my mercenary, I got the first two ascendancies at first attempt each, but third ascendancy I never managed to get. I had a few attempts and... So... what is this? Invulnerable shades... I know this is very deadly. What exactly is this? So it's a stacking debuff that slows character. I don't know if it's... Is this going to get away?
Long have I awaited a suitable challenger. Many have attempted my trials. The rules never changed for them, and the rules will not change for you. Bring only that which you can afford. Chaos is watching.
I think this is easiest. I don't know, elemental resistance. I don't have great resistances. If this keeps, if the debuff goes away, then I think I should be fine with this. I hope it doesn't stack forever.
Your challenge awaits. Prove yourself.
Okay. Do I have any debuff? I have good evade, so maybe I'll just evade all hits. Oh, I got one, so it didn't last long, so it's good. I think it's only 4 trials for the first one, so it should be fine. So what do I have to do? Defeat all monsters, okay. Last time I failed this trial, got killed by one white mob at like 7 trial or so. I should never underestimate these mobs. How do I go there? Proceed to next room, okay. That was easy. So far. Sometimes it's a bit weird how you click on things. I think should be improved. It's kind of a bit buggy sometimes.
This is just a warm-up.
Okay. Monsters have resistances. Damage taken will slowly increase by 1. Okay, that sounds awful. Oh, my chaos resistance is 0, so I have no chance with that. So damage taken will slowly increase by per second. So in 50 seconds I'll take 50% more damage. I think I'll just go resistances. I have so much damage.
They adapt to your assault.
I should probably get the curse. I have a curse that lowers resistance at some point, but I think I should be fine. So this I have to survive.
Survive.
Pretty good so far. Oh, that was a bit much. That was a close one. So second room, I think 2 more to go. So let's see what's next one. I also level up. I know I really much need to go that way, I think, yeah. Some really useful nodes over there. How much do I have? I think my intelligence is a bit low. There are some that are, maybe I will also, if I have this option over here, if I have mana issues, some attack damage skills, also some very important over here. Okay, let's go a bit to empty up. It's nice you can just leave any time and get back. I wish they had a chest between each room. Let's get to deck arcane.
How can I?
Nothing promising over here.
Got a certain charm.
Ooh, this is very good, very good. Wow. Also blockchains.
Whoa, big spender.
Yeah, very good, very good. Wow, this is a good upgrade. I think even without...
If you hear a click, duck.
Wait, so it's actually more damage with this one? Oh, I have 49% elemental damage, so it's not as good. Damn it. I'll just stash it. Maybe I'll look later, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Let's get back to it. I think there are 2 more rooms. So that looks awful. So buff expire 3 times faster. Ah, this look awful. I think this one, it will be bad for my charge stuff and also slowing down.
Against you. Stay close or perish. Frozen lash.
To be careful with this. Oops. Holy shit. I don't wanna get smashed. Come on. Is it bugged? My flask is pretty low. Life flask.
Freezing strike!
I think I only have to get it there. It's a bit tedious, but it is what it is. Almost there. So, I think next one is the boss. Oh, so good that I have the well here.
We are only getting started.
I think I'll just take this one.
Jagged edges and coated
Hopefully
blades
kill very fast. So now is the boss.
A fierce beast.
chaos will bring you to your end.
No! So close. Done.
Challenger.
A worthy adversary.
So close to die. So I think this is it for now.
I carry few possessions, and I don't have room for that.
Can I also take that one? The real reward is
May the strong grow even stronger.
this ascendancy. So now I get to have unbound avatar.
My path is ever clearer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it works. So I guess it's like when I accumulate 100 unbound fury, then it's like a nuke. It's good to kill stuff. Yeah, later. Think I can upgrade? No. Maybe I should look at I cannot do any of this. It's either this one or this one. I forgot which one is for me, but when is available? It requires 83 intelligence, oh my god. So I need some more int. Yeah, so I think this is what I'll do for now. Since my sound was on all the time, so my microphone didn't interrupt this time. I don't know what I did differently. And I streamed for 49 minutes with no issue.
What have you learned?
Yeah. I think it would be nice to have a flask that recovers charges every 0.2 seconds. I had some from previous playthrough, but I cannot use yet. Level 60.
Some pretty things, yes?
I feel like this one also had previous level up. She's never changing this ring.
I like it.
That one has quality, so it's still better. Okay, so this is, I will end stream here. I will play a bit later myself to push through the act. Hopefully I'll start cruel soon.